and we're live here on Spectre Entertainment. Some big news in the last day or so here, and here to talk about the news with me is a friend of the channel, MSK. How you doing, man?
Who's that? Who's MSK? Is that guy like my dad?
Mr. MSK is your dad.
Oh shit! What? Oh my god! All right, anybody who watches this in a playback fashion, I was asleep from 4 o'clock all the way till like 10. Woke up, got a drink, felt like asleep. Woke up at 12, felt like asleep. Woke up in 3 hours to watch Superman and Lois's newest episode. Felt like asleep until now. That was my day, just sleeping.
Very eventful day. Yeah.
Holy
Classic
shit!
COVID day. Here.
Oh my god! I was just sleeping the whole day, and then I saw all the DC news, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Okay, so you know when they announced fucking the Injustice movie, people were like, "Well, I want to restore the Snyderverse."
Mm-hmm. I know.
Okay,
they're totally not focused on the important thing, and that is the new golden era of DC animation that we're going into. As Jake Angel says, let's go. Let's go. I mean, I don't know about you, but like I haven't seen this much like quality DC animation in a while, like that we're about to be getting here. I don't know where you want to start with first. You mentioned the Injustice movie. Do you want to start there?
that's gonna be a lot of talking because I know a lot about the Injustice books too. That's the thing. I mean, we could cover an easy one, the HBO Max plan. All right, so for anybody who didn't know this, they announced this a while ago, but now it's become official. HBO Max is gonna do a $5 cheaper plan, but you don't get the access to the theatrical release day and on HBO Max plan they have for this year only. But the issue here, there's one caveat to that. You have to have ads.
Yeah.
I don't go to streaming services for ads. That's just me. That's why I have streaming services. I don't want ads with my streaming services. But if there's like 2 ads beginning and one at the end, I don't think it's as big of a deal, but they never confirmed how many ads you're going to get. We'll have to see until the plan actually rolls out. Plan doesn't roll out until next month. The other interesting thing is if you don't give people the movies, right, they're going to release these movies on HBO Max at some point anyway. So even if you don't see them in theaters right now or see them on HBO Max, they will be there on HBO Max at some point. It is literally their IPs. They literally own these things. So when they're like, oh, yeah, you won't be able to see these theatrical movies, well, it's going to be there at some point anyway, or you just go to the movie theater and watch it right now. So that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, and also everything DC related will also be on the HBO Max service. Of course, they merge like Warner Media with Discovery. I don't know how that's going to affect DC on HBO Max or anything. I don't think that's going to affect it at all. But I think it goes into effect 2022. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't imagine many people are going to get the $10 cheaper, the $10 HBO Max over the $15 HBO Max, which gives you everything without ads. Like I don't see what is the point of that. Like I don't know.
Like they literally, I don't know. It's just I don't go to streaming services for ads, and $5 cheaper. Yeah, I said this like during 2020 when COVID came out. This should all it's $15. I don't think people care about the price point. I just don't think people care about that. It's not the price point. It's literally because it's not worldwide. They don't have subscribers. I don't know what doesn't register in their brains. Because HBO Max, I mean, it's better than Netflix though. It's better than Hulu and Netflix to me. HBO Max is fire, man. HBO Max is tons of great stuff, man. Yeah. And they just keep making more better stuff. It's just like they have to understand the reason why they're not popular is because they're not worldwide. That's the only reason.
Yeah, I mean they still have over like 40 million subs or something like that. It's over that right now, isn't it?
I was like, what's wrong with so many people? Do people have brains?
Yeah,
it's literally I just don't like when there's something so simple and yet they make it like such a big deal. They're like, well, this didn't happen because HBO Max is no. HBO Max is literally just not worldwide. That's it. It's the only reason why they would be struggling. But people have to understand getting it worldwide is an interesting thing. So there's a woman that had my channel a while ago. She hasn't been on in a bit, but she talked about Netflix because like people assume that Netflix is just the Netflix we have. No, there's Netflix for Dubai. There's Netflix for China. Well, not China. You know what I mean? There's not just Netflix for the Netflix we have in US is not the Netflix we would have for like everybody. So to actually get it worldwide, they would have to have licensing agreements with these other countries, continents, whatever, to put it into their countries to make it obviously, something that can get in. And then you have to talk to the broadcast right person over there. It's a big, massive thing. So they're probably just factoring in right now. Let's just keep it kind of local to the U.S. and then let's just have it for us right now, because getting those licensing agreements is hard. Then you got to factor in how am I going to make money? Like, how much money am I going to make from you guys having it? How many people are going to subscribe? Is there enough subscribers? Lots of fucking other things,
Yeah, and I'm sure it'll all work out for them, for these billion-dollar corporations. I'm not too worried about it. I only care
I'm not
about
downgrading my plan. I could care less about.
Yeah,
and it's $5 less. It's not like it's some breaking thing. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. You can suck my ball sack.
And of course, Jake Angel says if Warner Media won't restore the Snyderverse, Discovery Incorporated will do it. I mean, you all can look forward to that. Discovery restoring the Snyderverse.
Oh shit.
What's up, Ryan C? But yeah, that aside, though, what I care more about is the entertainment.
I was gonna be like, I wouldn't hold your breath.
Yeah, I know.
Don't hold your breath on that. well, Discovery literally is a channel for like 30-year-old MILF married women.
Yeah.
And literally, if you go on YouTube right now, the promotion for Discovery Plus is a queen of meth. Okay, so I was being honest here, they're not going to be restoring any Snyderverse. Sorry to break it to you, man. I'm not saying that they never will, but I'm saying right now that it's not on the cards. Discovery literally doesn't care less. It's crazy, man.
Because we're going in so many different directions here. DC, it seems like they got a really big plan as far as animation goes. They got a bunch of different shows coming out and movies. And Ryan C says it right here, the director of Bad Boys for Life will be making a Batgirl movie for HBO Max. That was also
I saw that too.
Came out.
Yeah.
So
that was a movie that was supposed to be out in like 20.
Josh Whedon was supposed to direct it.
Yeah, and they cut him because they wanted retard logic. They're like, yeah, we want a woman to direct it, because they had just seen how well Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel did. Captain Marvel box office wise, Wonder Woman like critically wise, and they're like, yeah, let's just get a woman to direct this movie. So they, in favor, like took him off the project because they want to find a woman. Lo and behold, about 5 years later, they still didn't find a woman. So it must have been for something completely different. So
yeah, I bet they knew what was coming with Josh Whedon as far as like the stuff that's happened to him right now.
That probably was just some PR thing.
They do it. Yeah,
that probably was just some PR thing. They're like, okay, let's just say this and let's just defect away from the actual reason, because you can't really say the full reason. People need to understand this. With big corporations, you can't say the real reason, honestly, because that's just how all these businesses work.
Of course, you can't say the real reason.
But then those guys directing Batgirl, that's fine. I liked Bad Boys for Life. I thought it was a great movie. I liked it. And two people helming a movie is better than one, because, bouncing off ideas and really getting a story together is a lot more, I would say, going to be a lot more better than now that you have that other person. Because if you have an idea and that person says, hey, let's make Batgirl backflip and start twerking on a car, that person's like, probably not. So it's nice to have that second thing there. But it's going to be for HBO Max. And this is what I'm talking about. Okay, now we're starting to get somewhere. Put characters like Batgirl, your underrated characters, on HBO Max, and let the theaters be for your big characters. Okay, so that's good. I like that. Okay, that's something good. Don't put a Batgirl. No one wants to see a Batgirl movie in fucking theaters. Come on, like, no one wanted to see that shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, who knows how people respond to it, but they announced their next two DC animated films. One of them being Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2, which the trailer just came out. Most people can go watch that. I didn't see it yet. I'll be doing a reaction to that later, guys. But so that was announced to be coming out July. So they have Part 1 coming out in June, and Part 2 coming out in July. And the other DC animated film is The Injustice: Gods Among Us, DC animated film. That's the next one they've announced. I think that's a big deal, because that's something people have been clamoring for since the series came out in like 2013. So
yeah. That's like the most popular Elseworld story like DC probably has, outside of a few other ones. Like that's probably the most well-known Elseworld story. It also let people have that little what's that thing? What's that thing people said? It's that thing where people were like, well, yeah, it's an Elseworld story for DC. That's what Zack Snyder was doing. Okay, dude. All right, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, same. So, yeah, everyone likes to refer to Injustice when talking about Zack Snyder's movies, but
it's like it's not even a thing. But then it was actually pretty good. I like the Injustice story. I think it's banger story. Some guy was like, unpopular opinion, I don't like it. There's always going to be that guy just trying to be that guy. And most people like it. Most people enjoy it because it's actually pretty good.
I read the first like 2 volumes of it and stuff like that. I think I stopped after that, but yeah, like I remember reading.
I played the games and I read to a certain point, and I was like, this is really good. I just don't know how they would end the story, something like that. It's such a weird, fucked up way of looking at the characters, but I enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed it, though.
Since they're doing a movie, I imagine it's just going to be like the first game or something like that, the same like type of story and stuff like that, and maybe it'll lead to sequel movies. But since it is a movie, they are probably going to have an ending. They're going to wrap it up somehow. I mean, unless they want to make sequels. I mean, it would be fine if they just did the first game straight up, like as an anime movie. That's fine with me.
Like, the problem here with doing Injustice as an animated movie, there has to be more because that's not how you do Injustice, though. That's not just a one movie thing.
They could, though. They could just do it as one movie thing.
Like the video games, they could just do it like that. Superman gets like arrested at the end of the movie or some shit when they return back to a certain time. They don't have to make it like a main thing. It could be like just like they had in the video games. It's more like an alternate thing. So when you defeat evil Superman, everything just kind of goes back to normal and they go back to their, real world, quote unquote. That'd be the only logical way of doing it, unless you're gonna make more movies, though.
Yeah, which who knows what they do. I mean, I feel like they kind of missed their boat. They should have made this anime movie back in like 2015. You know what I'm saying? Like, a couple years after the game came out. But there's people still interested in the storyline. It was one of the better seller books for DC for a while. A lot of fans of the video game. And yeah, we deserve a third Injustice game for sure. And I'm sure
I don't think I'm gonna make it.
I feel like they're working on it.
Did you play number 2? Because I only played number 1. I like the game. I love the game.
I played number 2. Number 2 is a lot different because you have Brainiac. He's like one of the main things. They
had Injustice 2 at EVO 2019, and they usually generally base their popularity of fighting games off like tournaments and shit. I'm not sure about how that game performed well with the fighting game community, though, because for those games to get sequels, the fighting game community has to really, really like them and play them and buy like 1,000 copies of them, along with the casual. It's friendly, and you also have to factor in the casual fans have to be interested in it too.
Yeah,
I think 2 Injustice games is fine, but a third one would be pretty okay to finish it off with.
I mean, they would be foolish not to capitalize on the popularity of the franchise and stuff like that. I mean, it is definitely one of those big things. But yeah, that was one of the anime movies. Batman Long Halloween Part 2. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I saw like the thumbnail with Two-Face. So I feel like they're doing Dark Victory as Part 2. They're just calling it Long Halloween Part 2. That's what I feel like is happening right there.
Also, it's like kind of connected. I haven't read the story yet. I'm still going to reread the story before it comes out. The story kind of finishes in like separate parts. It's like one part of 1 year it's this, and the next part is this. So it makes sense that they would space out both parts. And plus,
but they're coming out like 1 month apart. You know what I'm saying? One's coming out June, next one's coming out July. I like that.
I like
they definitely set this up nicely. Yeah.
I also like the part where, they don't have to work on doing 2 separate animated movies. You know what I mean? You could just do one, but if you're doing it in 2 parts, then you're going to be able to like satisfy, the fans and stuff like that.
But this is more of a golden era. I put in the thumbnail. This is like a golden era because, it's DC anime films. There hasn't been like a great one in a while here. And I feel like Long Halloween has potential to do that. I haven't seen Justice Society yet.
Me neither. I haven't seen both of them. Right. I haven't seen both of them. There was 2. Remember Batman: The Soul of the Dragon?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
Me neither.
But I saw the Deathstroke one, and that was pretty average. So there's a
what? I love that one actually.
It's all right. It's all right. It's nothing like mind blowing here. It reminded me of like Hell to Pay. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's nothing like mind blowing about these movies. There hasn't been like a truly great one since like Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2.
Okay.
Then I got Long Halloween Part 1 and 2.
The last great one. Let me bring these up. Let's see. The last great one.
Justice League Apocalypse was pretty good.
I'll say Flashpoint Paradox was our last great,
that was a great one too.
I like all of these. The issue here is like
yeah.
The problem here, there hasn't been a great one in a bit, other than the death of Superman in 2018 and
solid.
Damn.
Yeah, they did Hush so wrong as well.
I
feel like
I liked it. Like I liked it. The issue here is like they just the ending really kills the movie because it's not that bad. The issue here is the ending kills it, and then you kind of take away. It's just all bad. The ending really fucks with the movie.
Yeah,
that's the only straight up. Because that's the only thing people talk about, though. Like realistically, so that's the only thing people bring up when they bring up Batman Hush is that movie. That's it. Superman Man of Tomorrow is good. I like that movie. There hasn't really been a epic like one of those mind-blowing ones, but most of these are still all been pretty good. You didn't like Batman Gotham by Gaslight, did you?
No, I didn't like that one that much.
I haven't watched that one. There's a few I have to really watch to catch up on because I know I've watched a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, but this feels like they have potential to be making some good movies with the Injustice movie. I feel like that could be really good if they stay in line with what the story is. That could be good. Hush would have been really good if they just stuck to the book. Like that would have been a fucking great film.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Injustice movie based on the 2013 video game is in the works. Mm-hmm. Thank God. Thank God. Whew.
Yeah, that's I mean, they could definitely be that could be really good. And I feel like Long Halloween might be really good too because it feels like the second part is Dark Victory. So you got two great books there. I just hope they nail it. If they nail it, it could be a great summer here for DC animation. And of course, the big news is that we have some DC animated shows coming back. Of course, we have the Superman show with Lois. Everyone's looking forward to this, of course. Joking around, kidding around. This is not the main show, but this show, Batman Caped Crusader, is what I'm hyped up for the most. If you're a fan of the Batman animated series, you got Bruce Timm back to make another Batman show. One of the original showrunners for the Batman animated series and Superman animated series, and also J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves will be working on this project as well. All right, this is them describing it. The series will be a thrilling, cinematic, and evocative of Batman's noir roots, while diving deeper into the psychology of these iconic characters. So they're going to the noir roots. That this pointy ear Batman, this is the original Batman from like the first printing, like the very first book in like 1938 or something, whatever that book came out. So it fucking insane that they're not only are they going to make another Batman show, but it is going to be a noir driven show. It's going to be more serious, darker Batman in animated form, which we haven't gotten since the Batman animated series.
Yeah, because the Batman animated series had it was dark, but there was a light tone to it too.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this news and I was like, okay, I like this. You know what I mean, man? I love Batman. He's my favorite, but I wish if other characters got something too.
Oh yeah, I mean they try. They put the Green Lantern animated series. Nobody watched that, even though it was
Flash animated series would come on. Like, come on, DC, Flash animated series. But then hopefully Superman fans will start bitching. Oh, DC doesn't give us nothing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, they literally today announced something for them. But reading is hard.
They have a Superman show. It's gonna be called My Adventures with Superman. It's gonna be Lois and Clark when they're in their mid-20s. Just starting out and stuff like that. That's gonna be more family driven. The Superman show. Mm-hmm. But this Batman one seems like it's gonna be more geared to people like us, like long time viewers of the character and stuff like that that watch the original animated series. There's some other detail they said about it. It promises a noirish reimagining of the character. There was some other detail somewhere I'm forgetting. But yeah, like I'm really excited for this. Bruce Timm is an icon. He's made countless good DC animated movies and TV shows. It's a wonder why they don't have him working on any film right now. As far as I know, Paul Paul Dini is not on this project, and neither is the other guy that worked on the animated series. Maybe someone can fill that in the comments. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. I can't wait. They're calling it Batman Cape Crusader, which, funny enough, that was like the original code title for Batman Begins. Right?
Yeah, that's the original nickname he has anyway.
Yeah.
Dark Knight came from another story, but he was originally called the Cape Crusader. That was his thing.
Oh yeah, that's like his original.
Like Superman originally being called Superman being originally called Man of Steel, and then later on they changed it to fucking
Last Son of Krypton.
Yeah, so the original names come back. I mean, I like this. This is gonna be kind of interesting because like people are only gonna compare this to the Batman animated series, and that's a pretty big bar to set.
But it's a fair comparison because you have the same people working on it that were worked on that show, and it's almost in the same style. We're talking a darker noir take, which is exactly what that animated series was. Even the fonts of Batman looks like something out like Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which Metalhead's pointed here. I wish they could go back to the old Mask of the Phantasm animation style, which was the animated series. I don't know if he's like confusing that, but like that's the same as the animated series. So, we might go back to that because this is a Bruce Timm show. Like that is his art style. So it just might be that with pointier ears. I'm very excited. Like this has huge potential here. And J.J. Abrams' production company is putting this together with Matt Reeves. So isn't that wild?
I think people might be turned off by the whole J.J. Abrams thing, but that's when he's alone. That's generally when he's alone. He'll have.
This is just his production company. This is not.
It's not him not writing it because like I wouldn't want that guy anywhere near my Batman anything. That guy's trash. What was it? Abrams, Reeves, and Tim. Yeah, Bruce Timm's always did good stuff. I don't mind him. What would Matt Reeves be doing?
Well, that's the interesting part because we know he's doing the HBO series, right, for Batman. It's called like Gotham PD or something like that. I forget what it's called, but that's going to be tying into his Robert Pattinson Batman movie. And if he's on this animated show, does that tie in? Is he going to find a way to tie in the animated show to his?
No, there's no way. I just don't know why Reeves is here.
Then why is he there? You know what I'm
saying? I just don't get why he's here. He's like the one person that's like, what are you even accomplishing here? He's going to be like, well, I'm going to bring a different take to these animated characters.
Makes me think it might be some way of making sure there's some like cohesion across all these Batmans that are coming out because I imagine this show is going to be coming out at the same time the Batman movie's coming out, which is next year, right? So I imagine this is all going to be coming out around the same time.
We're going to get the Powerpuff Girls live action series,
and they hopefully that'll be good. It looks like but yeah, I mean, very excited about that Batman Cape Crusader. That really got me going today when I saw that news. Holy shit. Like that means they're synchronizing all their fucking upcoming like live action properties with like these animated shows and movies and stuff because they have all these people working on this. Like J.J. Abrams is working on all these DC everything, like movies, animated shows, TV shows. J.J. Abrams production company is like working on all of it. You got Matt Reeves is working on everything that's Batman related. Obviously, Bruce Timm covering everything that's animated. So there's a cohesion happening here. They have a plan of some kind. Like they have all these people working on all these projects.
DC finally with a plan?
What do you think? They're just like going by the seat of their pants and having the same exact people work on everything?
Wait a minute. Are you telling me they're actually getting a person who did something successful to do something else successful?
Right? Again, successful people to make something successful.
Imagine getting the person that made something successful and using them. It couldn't be me, man. There was like this exclusive new hashtag Green Lantern series circling Jeremy Irving for Alan Scott role.
Oh, yeah. That's another piece of news we could talk about here. A new character possibly cast for the Green Lantern TV show on HBO Max.
When is that even coming out? They're not coming out next year, right?
I think they're just starting to shoot like this summer. So, I won't expect that until next year at the least, at the earliest next year. But yeah, Green Lantern HBO series eyes Jeremy Irving as the role of gay superhero Alan Scott. He's a gay, so they're turning the freaking frogs gay.
They're
So yeah,
trying
he's
to
gay.
put an agenda on this, man. They want us to be gay, you know.
Yeah, but that was a big change they did with the character a few years ago with Alan Scott. They made him a gay superhero. I don't have a big problem with it. He's a character from like the 50s, 40s. So, I mean, not many people even give a fuck about Alan Scott. So it's a way to make his character unique, I guess. Yeah. I mean, this guy looks kind of gay, so I guess it fits.
Like for Green Lantern, most people, fair assumption, only care about like Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart and Kyle Rayner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but then you also find out that this is why people are casuals. They find out that there was an original Green Lantern before Hal Jordan. They're like, what? Now I gotta do all my research on that guy. It's like,
yeah, but he wasn't technically like the same type of Green Lantern. He literally had a lantern on his chest. Like he literally like a green lantern with an orange shirt. It wasn't like it wasn't the modern version of Green Lantern that we know today. But in the comics, they've retconned it to make him like one of the main ones. But yeah,
I don't know. Like
Scott. Yeah,
this series I think has to be pretty good. If this series is good, it'll put Green Lantern back on the map amongst the mainstream audience, right?
Yeah.
But if it's not good, that is gonna be the problem because people talk about Superman barely getting anything. Green Lantern barely gets anything. The last time I saw Green Lantern was in animated movies. Yeah.
2011 was the last time they tried to push Green Lantern at all.
Like, you had the live action movie, then you had his 2 animated series. Yes, his animated series, video game.
He had a Six Flags roller coaster open in 2011 called Green Lantern.
They were trying to push him like Marvel did with Iron Man and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it didn't work. It did not work.
If that movie had been as good as people had wanted it to be, like it could have started the DC universe. That could have been like something epic. But history tells us right now that fans didn't like that movie. They had two animated movies, an animated series for Green Lantern. They like when they really want to push a character, they'll do it. But the issue here is like if it's not successful amongst the mainstream audience, then they kind of just like do away with the character. And like outside of that, we've only seen Green Lantern in the DC animated movies that had that universe with Justice League War to Justice League Apocalypse War. So that was the last time you see him. But that was relatively not that long ago. But it's like if this series is good, then I think Green Lantern will get a lot more shine. Because like you got to factor in how many episodes will the show have? Like 8 episodes probably.
Yeah, I think they said 8 to 10, something like that.
Fine. That's fine for a first season. No need to have those CW 22 episode fucking long shalong fucking non-banger seasons.
That's what kills those shows is that they just drag it out for so many episodes, but you don't need that. Like you could tell the whole season in 10 episodes. I thought Jupiter's Legacy was like the perfect length, for a TV show there. I still don't get why people don't like that show. I still don't get
it's boring. They said it's boring. I was like, okay. Oh my gosh. What else is there? Because with Green Lantern, he actually has some pretty interesting villains that are pretty decently known, like Sinestro, Parallax, the girl, I forgot, Star Sapphire. Yeah. Sinestro's a really interesting villain. The last Sinestro story I read a while ago was when he infused with Parallax or some shit. I was like, this guy's gonna be OP as fuck. It became literally fear itself. I'm like, what the hell? Then when he didn't have a use for his little core members, he just blew them all up. I was like, what the fuck? This guy's insane.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see where they go with this show. I mean, the show has like 8 different Green Lanterns in it, so I don't know how.
I like that though.
I
like that space cops in the universe, the galaxy, the universe, or whatever. Like that's fine. I like that though. Like
I think it's taking place across different timelines too. I think so. Like you're gonna get flashbacks, to this version of Green Lantern, the Alan Scott one, and then you'll get back to modern day and stuff like that. But like like you said, they got to knock this out of the fucking park, because if they don't, that's another failed opportunity of Green Lantern, and there's no way you're gonna get a movie or anything.
Dude, imagine just imagine this is imagine if this is another failed Green Lantern thing. That would fucking suck.
It would suck because they can't afford another failure with this character here.
People act like they could do it with Superman too, but Superman's only really technically failed in live action form to people. Well, he hasn't been failing animation well. Like Superman's been getting a lot of animated stuff, but context is everything. But people don't have that nowadays. That require you to actually look at stuff.
Yeah,
but,
Yeah, but yeah.
I wonder who's going to be the villain though. Are they
another thing.
Are they going to build up just Sinestro for the first season?
That's the thing, because Sinestro starts out as a Green Lantern, training Hal Jordan and stuff. I would like to see that version first, and then you build him up for like the second season. So maybe the first season's like something like Atrocitus or some other type of like Green Lantern villain. It takes place across different timelines, so you might get different eras of villains and stuff like that, which would be really cool. Like the big head Hector Hammond, like he could be like your villain in the past or something like that.
Like you could have them on a mission. They do something they're not supposed to do. They try to cover it up. Then they have that council that they have of other. I forgot what that council is that they have.
The Guardians of the Galaxy. No,
okay,
that's the other one. No, these are the Guardians of the Universe.
Yeah, the Guardians of the Universe. You could have them like put them on trial to like a season finale. I don't know. Like there's a good range of possibilities for the show. The issue here is I just want them to execute the show fine. I don't really care who they put in these roles though, because this is gonna be an underrated show regardless of who is put in it, unless they announce some big person that's gonna be in the show. I guess he's supposed to be the big person. Was it Jeremy Irvine? Like
I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be the big one, because Alan Scott's not really a main Green Lantern. Really, he's like old school Green Lantern. You would expect Hal Jordan to show up in the show, but he's not. You instead of guys like Guy Gardner, and I think John Stewart might show up.
Fourth Green Lantern though. Guy Gardner is a much later Green Lantern.
Yeah, but people care more about Guy Gardner than fucking Alan Scott for sure.
Yeah.
But I think they say here, Bree Jarda is a new Green Lantern character that they're trying to introduce in the show. I don't think Hal Jordan's going to be in the show. I think they said John Stewart at one point, and that's why they didn't have John Stewart in Zack Snyder's Justice League. They forced Zack Snyder to take that out because they're probably going to introduce him in this show here.
I think John Stewart would be a nice character for the show. At least having one main Green Lantern for this show is good, because that's going to draw people in. Like, they need more drawers. Like, how many people do you know, that's actually talking about this show? Besides people like us that know what's going to happen. It's like,
just us, really.
See my point here? It's like, they got to get, like, I guess they want to take that underdog route, because if you take the underdog route and you're successful,
lower expectations.
Yeah. But because not a lot of people are really like talking about this, which is kind of interesting. But I think this is going to be a great show. The only show I'm not really excited for is Peacemaker. I could give two fucks about that character.
You know what's funny? I think that show's gonna be great. I think Cena's gonna knock that fucking shit out of the park. Like, that's the role he was made for. To be a superhero that doesn't think he's wrong, that's murdering a bunch of people. That's like Cena in a nutshell right there. As far as like his wrestling character, it's burying everybody, thinking he's the good guy. That's Peacemaker right there. So I feel like he's gonna knock it out of the park. That could be a really fun show. And Green Lantern is going to be like one of the most expensive shows. I think they announced the budget was over $100 million for a Green Lantern.
Yeah. Someone was like, "Well, they're only spending $20 million on this show. You have $20 million? That's a lot of money." So,
but relatively cheap compared to Green Lantern. So I feel like their expectations for Green Lantern are a lot higher. And you're right, they haven't started anything as far as advertising goes with the show. And they still got like probably like 2 years, because they're going to film it this year and stuff like that. So it's probably going to come out at the end of next year. And so you'll see marketing for it probably starting at the end of this year or at the beginning of next year. But still, this is going to be a big flagship show for them. And if it doesn't hit, they're out $100 million. So, big deal. You're on mute.
Wait, what? Oh,
You were on mute.
What? What? Yeah, I just hope it's good. Like, because I know they'll promote it. When Warner Bros. Wants to promote something, they'll promote the hell out of it. Like, dude, you still see Mortal Kombat ads on YouTube.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat ads. Mortal Kombat literally is leaving this week. They were still promoting Mortal Kombat. So, like, if the show is something they want to really push on people, I know they'll do it. The issue here is, like, I just want the show to be good. Oh, my God.
They will be pushing this show hard. I guarantee it. Just how big this budget is.
We want to have a DC extended universe.
But yeah, what other anime news you want to talk about right now? As far as DC,
isn't that it? We cover everything.
I think we touched on every little thing here. So I guess what's the thing you're looking forward to the most?
Shit,
this new golden era of DC animation.
Oh man, God, I'm gonna be looking forward to the freaking the Cape Crusader. So
I think that's one everyone's going to be looking forward to. I mean, just Bruce Timm's name attached to it alone, and Matt Reeves' name attached to it. I feel like that's quality. You know what I'm saying? Like J.J. Abrams, his production company is also working on it, but his production company is working on a bunch of different things. They bought his J.J. Abrams and his production company for like 300 something million, was like 500 million. It was like crazy number they bought all that for. So yeah, they bought it for this reason, to make DC content. So I assume they got some kind of plan with this stuff. But
it's all just based in, like, I don't want them canceling anything too. Like, if they cancel stuff, that's going to be the worst thing. You know what I mean? Like, them canceling this stuff would be like, oh, here's a lot of hype for the fans, and then cancel. But these are projects I don't see them canceling. Like animation, I love it, and then it's also going to be something the fans are excited for too. Like, anytime you talk to any normal DC fan, they're always talking about the animated series, the animated stuff being their best, the bread and butter. So the only thing that's kind of worrying for them would be the live action movie for Batgirl on HBO Max. That's the only worrying thing. But does anybody care if that's going to be good or bad? That's the problem. Right? That's my thing. Like, out of all the announcements today, no one was like, what the Batgirl? What?
That was the strangest one, because we know they've been working on a Batgirl movie for years, because they originally had Josh Whedon attached to it and stuff like that. So, they've been trying to get that off the ground for a while. But since it's coming out, they announced it now. Is it going to tie into Rob Pattinson's Batman? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you try to start a Bat family right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Are you really going to let, you have Matt Reeves working on these animated series. Is Matt Reeves going to work on that Batgirl film? If his name is attached to that in any way, you can be damn sure they're going to tie it into Rob Pattinson's Batman. I feel like that's the direction they're going. Rob Pattinson's going to be your new Batman, like, going forward. Maybe if they ever make a Justice League sequel, you'll see his Batman in that.
He's going to be saying, I'm Batman.
Yeah. Vengeance. But yeah.
I like all the projects being announced. I also like the fact that they announced that the Injustice game is going to be based on the video game. Sorry, the Injustice movie is going to be based on the video game. That's fine. Because basing it off of a certain story is going to be like, okay, are you going to do a sequel to this? This could be like one of these open-ended type things, which is fine. Yeah. I'm not trying to have like 20 different Injustice movies, because people already
they suck that game's cock way too hard. they love the Injustice storyline way too much.
Yeah, man.
But they're definitely gonna get more of it for sure. And if it's a big seller, I could see like a whole DC animated universe with just Injustice movies in the future for them, and just doing a bunch of sequels and stuff. It depends how it sells. I feel like it's a little after the fact, though. I feel like it's just too late. Like,
this is way too late, though. This is like way too late. This is probably 10 years too late. But hey, never. What's that saying? Better late than never. I always say, right? Is that the thing?
Better out than in. I think that's what I say. But yeah. So, anything else you want to talk about here?
You want to talk about women in porn?
Yeah, we could talk about that. Saying.
Oh yeah, when a bitch gets gaped, holes opened up to death.
Have you ever seen a prolapsed anus? We can look that up right now.
What?
Prolapsed anus.
What What else was there? Which movies are you going to be watching actually?
For what?
In theaters. Is your theater open actually?
Yeah.
I
wanted to go see Wrath of Man. I haven't seen that yet.
That's really good. That's actually so good.
I like Guy Ritchie. Spiral. I haven't seen that.
What are you doing, you old man?
It's not
Start watching stuff.
I was spending my money on the theater when I could torrent it. You know what I'm saying? Spiral. Why would I go buy a ticket for Spiral?
Yes. What are you doing?
Hey, your mind.
Could I illegally get something and then, oh my God, I could support them in the theaters? How could you?
Dude, I'm perfectly fine to torrent. If it's if they didn't want you to torrent it, why wouldn't they take it off the torrent sites?
Oh my God, that's not how that works. What else was it? Okay, so we have Quiet Place 2 coming out, right?
Yeah, I look forward to that.
And then you also have
a page that had all these Warner Brothers movies coming out. Hold on.
Let me look it up right now.
Go to HBO Max. This might be no, it's not. Space Jam. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance to your dance at the space.
I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch Space Jam in theaters, right?
I'll do a day and day release. I'll watch it.
Oh my God! Do you have Amazon Prime?
Yeah, I do.
Did you watch Without Remorse?
No.
I didn't watch it either. That's something we have to get on we have to get on our watching movies and fucking, reviewing them shit. Cause I'd be all like, I'm gonna do it right now. The Woman in the Window.
The Conjuring. The Conjuring's the one I want to see. I'm a big fan of the Conjuring series. The Suicide Squad, August 6th. Of course, gonna see that at theaters. Of course. Yes, that's not much. That's not Dune. Oh yeah, the Dune news. They're releasing Dune in theaters, exclusively in theaters. It's not going to be on HBO Max, which they originally announced it to be on HBO Max the same dates at theaters and stuff like that. But they're like, hell no, that's going to be just a theater thing. So yeah, they're looking for a lot of money out of that. The Matrix 4 also.
I haven't seen one Matrix movie ever.
You're wasting your life. You got to watch all 3 Matrix movies in a row, and then go see Matrix 4, December 22nd.
I'm just gonna randomly watch number 4, and then and then during the review, I'm gonna be like, back in my day. So what comes out? You have Those Who Wish Me Dead, Profile, Spy from Book of Saw, Cruella, Disney Plus, A Quiet Place 2.
Hey,
June, you have Cruella. Samaritan, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, In the Heights, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, Luca, The Sparks Brothers, Fast and Furious 9 is next month. Yeah, I think the biggest movie for next month is Fast 9.
Yeah, Ryan C. can't wait for Fast 9. That's always a fun franchise.
July, you have some bangers. Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins, Space Jam.
I feel like they're saving the great films for like next year, though. I feel like they have some great films.
I think they are. Yeah. There were some bangers between this month and next month. There's this new Netflix movie with Amy Adams, Wyatt Russell, and Anthony Mackie. I forgot you don't like that Marvel stuff. That kiddie jokey stuff.
Factory line. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Army of the Dead comes out this week actually.
Oh yeah. Army of the Dead.
I'm gonna watch that Friday. Friday, dude! Friday's gonna be hard for me to watch it. Friday's gonna be hard for me to watch that because I get off work at like 9 p.m. PST. Gonna come home, do videos, and have to watch Army of the Dead. Ugh, that's not bad, but it's gonna be like, I want to get
I could be able to focus on the movie.
I will not be because Zack Snyder's immense great storytelling is gonna really get me. Hold on, give me one
man. Who knows? It's probably gonna be. Oh, he cut off here. But yeah, guys, Army of the Dead. That is not playing in a theater near me, Ryan C. It's only playing in like 300 theaters. which is a step down from the 3,000 major release actually releases him. We'll wait for him to come back. We'll see if he comes back here. But anyway, what are y'all looking forward to? I'm still thinking about that Batman Cape Crusader. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm looking forward to. And the Green Lantern show, of course. Of course. And Rice, he says, Shane Chai is 2 days from my birthday. Is that the Marvel thingy? I don't know about the Marvel thingies. All I know is that Bruce Timm is making a Batman animated series, and it's going to be fucking lit. You're going to be a fool if you don't watch it, okay? You're going to be a fool if you don't watch it. They clearly have some kind of plan with all this shit coming out here. There he is.
You have to go to the bathroom. Holy shit. But yeah, there's some good movies coming out. It just all depends on where do you want to generally consume your movies at, you know? Because most people generally try to go to the theaters now since they are open to try to support the local theaters. I've been trying to, you know, pretty much watch movies on streaming services just to see, like, because, you know, those really don't get talked about unless, you know, you go out of your way to really watch them. It looks like there's going to be some good stuff. So I got to pick out some good movies on my Netflix right now and watch them. Because Netflix has, so they still have some good stuff. It's just that.
Did you see the Son of Sam doc?
What's that?
The Son of Sam documentary.
No.
Type in Son of Sam on Netflix. Add it to your list. It's a good one.
What about Haunted? I can watch the season 3 of Haunted.
Dude, I stopped watching that show after like 4 episodes. I can't waste my time.
Removed from my list. All right, Demon Slayer. Got to watch that. Flash. Yasuke. Legacies. Originals. Blood of Zeus. I was supposed to do reactions to that. Malcolm and Marie. Demon Slayer. Wait, I didn't hit Demon. Okay, good. So we have all that stuff. What could I add to my Netflix list? What was that movie they were just talking about on a bit ago with Amy Adams? I could watch that. If action movies, bro, they put action movies here and they put Naruto animated movies here first. I'm like, what are you doing, Netflix?
Well, they appeal to whatever you're watching.
That is also true.
You watched a bunch of Naruto lately?
I finished Naruto ages ago. And then I sadly watched Boruto with my sad little life. We can watch G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra. Or I can watch Black Lightning. That's what I need to watch. What about?
Yeah, apparently people say the show's good. Like, I know a couple people watching it, they like it a lot. They watch it every week.
Some people like it. It's just more like, no, I don't want to watch too many CW shows. Like, I like them, but
Superman Lois.
Yeah, that's quality.
Yeah, I feel like that show was supposed to be on HBO Max, like, and they just switched it to CW last second here.
Oh, they took it off because they just wanted to get people to watch it before they brought back new episodes. It's gonna go to HBO Max after the season's over.
Yeah,
which is fine.
I feel like the quality wise, it feels like an HBO Max show.
Did you ever watch that one movie that came out from Sam Raimi called Crawl?
Yeah, with the
crocodiles.
Crocodiles. Yeah,
it said there's going to be a sequel to that.
Nice. I'm good. Sam Raimi's great at horror. Evil Dead, that's like his shit, you know.
I remember he made that movie when I was a bit younger called Drag Me to Hell. I don't know if people actually still watch that one. Actually,
they remade that too. Drag Me to Hell.
Really? The Woman in the Window. Okay.
Almost every horror film they've remade. Every single one.
The woman in the window. What the heck? An ominous, slow burn psychological.
Psychological thriller.
Don't you love the psychological thrillers?
Mm-hmm. Clarice. Did that show flop yet? The Clarice show? It's about the Silence of the Lambs. Clarice.
No. What else is here? Because I know you like horror stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Girl in the Mirror.
This all sounds like generic trash. This all Girl in the Window, Girl in the Mirror, Girl Who Reads Book. Horror movies.
That's got to give you the horror movies, man. I've noticed that there's some there's some big actors just doing pretty much just like exclusive streaming movies now. Like Amy Adams, I've seen a lot of her, on streaming movies now. Like there's been some actors that I've just been noticing with streaming now, which is if they're gonna pay you a buttload of money to do an exclusive movie on streaming, take it.
Do it. Yeah. Yeah, dude. That's the thing about like the star powers heading over to Netflix. Like big stars making movies over there. Getting out the studio system. That's what it looks like. Because Netflix, they make billions of dollars every year. They're mega.
They literally could care less about what they're putting out to you. They literally make a shit load of money. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
You have to help me with my Invincible reviews. All right, so I haven't watched anything past episode episode 1. So we could do episode reviews of episodes 2 to whatever one you're caught up to, because I gotta get those done. Because that first one I did almost got 100 views, and I was like, okay, I gotta watch Invincible. So it seems like people like that show. It seems like people like it. You never know.
Yeah, apparently the whole internet loves that show, and I like it too. There's a lot of good parts. I still have to watch the last 2 episodes of it. I'll probably do that in the next coming days here, and then we'll do it. But yeah, I mean, that's all I want to talk about this stream was all the DC animated stuff coming out. So if you have nothing more to talk about, I think we'll just end it there because, we
have 9 minutes to get it to an hour. All right. What girls are you dating now?
Girls on the day. Shelly. She's a 300-pound
oh my God.
albino.
Wait, what?
From Mississippi.
What? I noticed you never talk about your relationships with females on this channel.
That's not what this channel's about.
How do you know? How do you know that?
Nerds.
Okay? No. How do you know about that?
I know about what?
How do you know it's about nerds? Girls are nerds.
Not like us.
Are you dating some med smoking whores?
No, dude. You'll learn. You'll learn when we get a little older here.
Oh my God, man. Are there any movies that you wanted to watch but didn't have time to actually?
Yeah, dude, there's a bunch of shit like that.
I have them on my list to watch right now. I gotta watch Joker. I'm gonna type up HBO Max right now. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Shazam later on tonight after I get done with my videos for the channel.
You haven't seen Shazam yet?
No, Shazam and Joker are the only ones I haven't watched yet.
That's a solid fucking movie.
Yeah, because when they came out, I was working so much I just didn't have the time to.
Joker's dark as fuck too.
Yeah, the common argument is, it's not a Joker movie, even though it has a name, though, It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how is something not a movie with its name in the title? I better get what? People are some crackheads.
They are some crackheads.
You are crackheads, dude. Man of Steel is not a Superman movie. Literally has Superman in it. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This man's over here trolling me.
Oh Lord!
Like, how could this Superman movie? It's not a Superman movie. It's like, bro, do you need to find a window? Jump out of that shit.
Dude, I remember. Do you remember when Jody made that video talking about how Superman? We want the Superman from the 1950s or 40s, like, and he showed like golden era comics and nobody reads. It's like, this is the Superman we want.
See, I grew up with the animated series Superman, so that's my Superman I've always wanted. I don't want
most people's Superman. I would say
anybody but buddies that grew up I guess in our period wants that Superman. I like because that Superman can be serious yet dark, yet uplifting, and hold Superman's value. Like, I think it's really good. Like, I'm not trying to have because that's kind of funny. The only way I've watched those Superman movies, those older ones with Christopher Reeve, was they were playing on Saturday on Channel 5 when I was a teenager, and I had nothing else to watch, so I just watched those. I'm like, okay. I get these are pretty good, but it's like, this was created in a time period where, it's one of those things where, like, Superman's character has evolved. Well, Superman's character has evolved for a very, very long time, though. Yeah. And, like,
it's like watching the Adam West Batman show. It's like watching the old 60s Batman show. It's good for its time. It's still funny, like today. Like, it's still hilarious. Like how stupid it is. Like,
like the issue here with it is more like people just want the very first thing they watched from something to be redone over and over and over again. But then they cry about nothing being diverse, nothing being different. It's like,
then they give you a Green Lantern show that's all about diversity. Give you a gay superhero, black and white superheroes, female superheroes, all going to be in that Green Lantern show. How much you want to bet people aren't going to watch it?
But it's like, what else more can you do though? If like, because people need to realize, just because you watch something when you were a kid, like doesn't mean they have to automatically do that every single time. It's like you're literally gonna be the issue of like why they can't ever be diverse. Like, it's interesting to cry about movies not being different, but then you want the same shit you watched as a kid. Isn't that like kind of counterintuitive right there?
And every announcement, you gotta say restore the Snyderverse. Every announcement.
Every announcement, you gotta be like, oh, restore the Snyderverse.
Let's go back to that one thing from 7 years ago. Let's go back to that one thing.
Dude, what was that thing? Because that's the first thing people asked for when they talked about the merger between Discovery and Warner Media. Like, restore the Snyderverse. I'm pretty sure Discovery does not care about that.
No, dude. I mean, they got bigger fish to fry. I think what was Warner Brothers' debt when they were bought by AT&T? Wasn't it like $100 billion or something like that? It was some crazy 150
debt. Something. Yeah, like, and you're factoring to yourself, how did they get into this debt? You know what I mean? Like, what? I'm starting to think to myself, how do they even get into this? Let me just put this into my list. Oh, I'm just adding stuff to my list actually. Right now for HBO Max, Static Shock. Ooh, definitely adding that. Static Shock. Batman Death in the Family, but that's Under the Red Hood. But whatever.
Yeah, that's stupid. It's like a 30-minute thing they add to like the beginning part.
I've never watched Batman Mask of the Phantasm, so I could watch that.
That's a dope one. That's really good one.
I'm trying to find Shazam so I can add that. I've watched Man of Steel again. People hate that movie. People hate that movie. Like, but it's not that bad. Like, you know, it's just a different take on the character, though.
Name me a better Superman movie that has better action. You know what I'm saying? It's not even close.
Come on, back in my day, the Christopher Reeve Superman.
When he flew around the world backwards. Cutting edge special effects here.
Back in my day, you know, me and my kids grew up watching the Christopher Reeves.
If a movie just sounds good and looks good, that's half the battle, man. That's like just like, it looks good, sounds good.
I don't think people understand from that time period. You didn't have much to judge something else off of. Like, if you have a small sample size to judge something off of, then of course, like you're gonna be like, this is the best thing ever. You know what I mean? That's just how it's gonna work. Like, Superman still should probably be what he is in the comic books, but like, there could be different variations of that said Superman. You know what I mean?
Sure, there are. There's hundreds of different versions of Superman. You know,
Deathstroke, Night of Dragons. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, watch it. Let me know what you think. It has a lot of blood. Deathstroke, you know, bloody.
I'm gonna boot up this movie right now, and after I get done with this, I will watch that movie. Oh, I got a lot of stuff. I got to do 2 Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and that's pretty much it.
That's it, guys. Thanks for joining. Everybody joining here. Hope you got your fill of DC anime news.
Well,
we'll see you all the next one.
See you guys later.
Subscribe to MSK's channel.
I need a hug. I need a hug, actually.
Oh, you know, good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Wait. I thought you were going to give me a girlfriend.
No.
What?
I give you a boyfriend. I give you a boy.
How about I like
Big Daddy Diesel. You
know, sir, I like women. That's what I go for.
No.
What is this? What the heck?
There's a lot of women that look very womanly that have penises. So, you know.
That is not what I'm into, sir.
We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye for now.
See you guys.